Hi everyone, it's Laura here. So, it's my second time doing this video. Hopefully I can do the whole thing. So this is my, most of the stuff I'm going to be talking about is my plastic surgery that I had. But technically, as of today, I am 110 weeks and 2 days post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That's 2 years and 1 month and 10 days. I looked it up. So, kind of can't believe it's been 2 years. It's been a great 2 years filled with lots of learning, relearning, redoing, everything of myself. So, but most of this video is going to be about my plastic surgery, which was tomorrow, Monday. I will be 8 weeks post-op, 360 circumferential body lift and medial thigh lift. And then on Wednesday, I will be 4 weeks post-op brachioplasty, which is the arms, breast lift, and augmentation. So, just, 1 day shy of 8 weeks and 4 days shy of, 4 weeks. So, yeah. So, let's see. So the first thing everybody always wants to know about, well, first two things, when it comes to being post-plastics is how much do you weigh? And especially since I had breast augmentation, what size are your boobs? So we'll start with my weight. After my circumferential body lift, and medial thigh lift, I got down to about 172. Now that was 8 weeks ago. Now I'm back up to 182. So, I'm below what I was when I went in for plastic surgery, which was around 190. My circumferential body lift and medial thigh lift, there was taking off 19 pounds, 10 pounds around my waist, which most of it was probably from my bottom because I had like a shelf butt. Now I got a flat butt. I got to work on that. But that's where a lot of it was from. And then 7 pounds was from liposuction in the thighs and the stomach and the my back, I guess. And then a pound from each leg. So that's 19 pounds off of 190, which would be around 180. So I'm around, where I would be. As far as my arms, I don't know how much he took off. I had asked, but had never really got an answer. I had my surgeries done with Dr. Katzen in Beverly Hills, Dr. J. Timothy Katzen. He's pretty well known in the bariatric world. He does have regular patients, but most of his patients are post-bariatric patients. He specializes in reconstruction after post-bariatrics. So I need to, I'll get an answer sooner or later. I would imagine it's about a pound, maybe half a pound on each arm. This is probably about what my arm looks like. I am wearing a compression garment, but they probably came down to about here. Yeah, that's about right. So, if he took off 2 inches one way and 2 inches, 4 inches. Anyway, off of each arm. But, this is a compression garment, but my arm is about this size. I have some pictures I'm going to try and add in here at the end. I really don't want this to be a long video, but I do feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So, boob size. I went to Victoria's Secret. Now, I am still swollen, but when they measured me, they said I'm a 34 double D. But they also have sister sizes, which would put me at a 36D. I think I'm more of a 36 around than I am a 34. When I was trying on the bras, there's the 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On the 34, I was on the outer row, which made it the tightest one, and on the 36, I was on these two, the middle and the other. So I would probably put me at a 36. D, which is surprising. Double D, which was doubly surprising. I'm still swollen, so I would imagine it'll go down, but, they look pretty natural. On pictures that I put up, people say they look natural. It doesn't look overly big. Maybe because I'm tall, maybe just because of the way my body looks, it looks pretty natural on me. And I was a double D when I was my heaviest. At least I thought I was double D. It's quite possible. Whatever comes after D, double D, that's probably what I was. So, those are the two big things that people usually want to know. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I think last time I talked to you guys, I had a couple of drains. I finally got my last 2 drains taken out. I had to have the drains, I had to wait till they were down to 30 cc's. I started with 8, 8 weeks ago. And just last week on Thursday, or no, last week, no, it's been a while, last week on Tuesday, or Monday, maybe, even, I had my last 2 drains taken out. God, you always show up when I'm doing videos. She wants to be in them. So I finally had my last 2 drains taken out, which is heaven now, because I knew that I always knew that they were there, but I had to be so conscious of them whenever I would roll over. You know, for a long time I slept here. Well, I slept here. This is where I am in my reclining chair. But then here next to me is a couch, and on the other side is a couch as well. But I started sleeping here, and whenever I wanted to like kind of like roll over or move, I had to be like, okay, gotta move my drains or whatever. When I would go to the bathroom, I had to be very conscious of them. So it was very annoying. So having them out is very heavenly now. I'm glad that they're gone. You know, I could wear... It was more, I mean, you know, after having them for so long, I stopped caring about having them. So I didn't really care, but it was just everybody else would see them and be like, you know, is she sick? Is she okay? Is she dying? Especially when I had my catheter, people thought I was dying. Anyway, so I'm just glad that I can be normal, or as normal as I can be. So there's another part that I wanted to talk about that I don't think people really talk about, but it's the emotional aspect of having plastic surgery. And I don't want this to come off sounding whiny, because I'm not whining. I don't feel like I'm whining, but there's a lot of things that people, I think they don't think about, sorry. I think they don't think about as far as plastic surgery. You know, it took me about a year to go from 301, which is day of surgery, to 181, which was my lowest weight. And then, so it's 120 pounds. And then by the next year, my 2-year post-op, I was around, well, no, my 2-year post-op, I was also post-op plastics, but, you know, I was around 190. So, you know, 110 pounds lost, or not lost, shed. Aisha has, Grenlin Begone, she uses the word shed instead of lost, because lost things can be found. Shed things are gone forever, hopefully. So I shed 110 pounds. 120 and then 110. I think I'm doing my math right. Am I doing my math right? I think I am. I don't know. A teacher who can't do her math right. So, you know, that's a long time. Now here I am. I go in for plastics in the morning. I come out at night and I'm 19 pounds lighter. I've got thinner thighs, no muffin top. I go in for surgery. I've got bigger boobs, perkier boobs, and no bat wings. You would think, oh my God, it's the best. It's the best. And it was really good. But the emotional aspect comes from, I couldn't do stuff. This summer, I didn't have a summer vacation. I stayed home. I watched TV. It was vacation, but I didn't have fun per se. My husband had to stay home. I felt really bad. You know, I'm going to put it out there. 8 weeks. Nothing. I'm married. Nothing. I felt very bad for my husband. He's been very patient with me. We did finally yeah, and it was okay. We went slow, but it you know, after 8 weeks, it's kind of like, oh my God. But, you know, my husband was the best husband this summer, taking care of me, anything I needed, anything I wanted. You know, I'd whine and cry. I felt bad because of him, because I felt like I was holding him back this summer, which is ridiculous because he's my husband. He's supposed to be there for me, but there's just so much more emotional things I think that a lot of people don't consider when they're considering having surgery. You know, it's not just, oh, I have surgery, 2 weeks later, I'm better. That's depending on what surgery you have. If you have just a tummy tuck, if you have just a boob job, whatever, yes, maybe you are better. But the surgeries that I had, I was not better. I healed really well, but I was not better. So, yeah, I mean, I could do a whole 20-minute long video on the emotional aspect, but I think if you're out there considering plastic surgery, also consider what emotional toll it might take on you, because it's not just have surgery, feel better, you're in a bikini, you're walking around. That's not the way it is. or not for the surgeries I had. So last thing I wanted to talk about, I'm going back to work, and that's also another emotional aspect is, you know, I'm a preschool teacher, so I'm down low, I'm with the kids. And as far as my lower body, it is healing much better. I can bend down easier, but I can't bend the same way that I used to. So going back to work is going to be interesting. I'm also the type of person who doesn't like to do something until I already know how to do it, which is kind of weird because how do you learn to do new things? But I guess it ties into both. The emotional of I wish I was just better, and the second part is all the stuff that I have to wear. Now, I love the way I look from about my hips up. My thighs, I'm not 100% happy with. And I know it's only been 8 weeks and it can take up to 6 months for it to look the way it's supposed to, but I used to have kind of like, say this was the back of my thigh. I used to have, like, my butt was here, right? And then I felt like I had these fatty pockets, which I did, on the tops of my thighs, and then my knees, say, here. And, you know, my knees do look much better. They don't jiggle as much as they used to. But I feel like those fatty pockets are coming back, and I'm wondering if it's a couple of things. One, you know, there was a good 2 weeks where I was out of the compression garments because I had an opening on my inner thigh and it needed to air out, and how else am I going to air it out if I'm not on my compression garments? So, you know, there was a picture that I took probably about 2 or 3 weeks post-op in just regular clothes of my thighs, and I was like, wow, I really like how they look. But the farther out I get, you know, the less I like it, the less I like my thighs. So it could be I was out of the compression garments. It could be, you know, I was 172 and now I'm 182. I gained about 10 pounds. It could be the 10 pounds. It could be the swelling. I really don't know, but I feel like those fatty pockets are starting to come back. And, you know, I don't want to be such a vain person, but I feel like, you know, I paid for it. I want it to look good. I know that results may vary, but that was like the one thing. I used to always wear Bermuda shorts down to the knees because I didn't like my thighs. And now I like the front of my thighs, but I just don't want, like, I'm wearing shorts and you can see this fatty pocket, you know, I don't know, but, you know, it takes time. It's going to take some time. I'm going to have to really, you know, wait to see what the results are going to be. You know, but so far, you know, I'm still puffy from being swollen, but so far from the tummy up, I'm really happy. But I feel like I have to wear all this stuff all the time. So let me turn you guys and see. This is my nice little setup here. You like it? I have you guys balanced on some stuff. So this is me right now. And I'm actually wearing this, which is a compression garment. And, you know, goes all the way down. Well, I'm wearing a sock, but it goes all the way down to my ankle. That's from here to my ankle. And then I have this one on, which is for my upper body, for my breasts, and for my arms. And then normally, I also wear this, which is another compression that goes around here. Like so, around here, and then underneath this, I normally wear this, which is, I didn't wear it today because I washed it. I washed both of the ones that I have, but I normally wear this, which is a compression sports bra, and it zips up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of compression that I wear, and you know, that's a lot. You know, and it's still summer here in California, and it's, you know, stays a nice 70, 72 degrees. So, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't want to not wear the compression garments. You know, this one, I would have to say this one here is the most annoying. I think I've just gotten used to the one on the bottom because it's really tight on the arms. I don't know if you guys can see that bending kind of bending right there. You know, that's where my elbow is, so it's really annoying. But, you know, I really don't know. I mean, I feel comfortable with it on just because my scars are still healing, and Dr. Katzen asked me about my genetics because he said I was healing so well. But I have no idea. So, you know, when it comes to going back to work, I almost wish there was something I could wear on my lower half that wasn't from ankle to under the bust. You know, the sports bra I don't mind wearing. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But you know, I have this next week to figure out what I'm gonna do, and then I go back to work to set up the classroom, which just doesn't really matter what I wear. So I've got 2 weeks to figure out what I'm gonna do. So that's it. I literally just thought of something I wanted to say, and now I can't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna try putting in some photos here at the end. Sorry it's so long. I know I need to update sooner, but see you guys later. Bye.